Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on this webinar. The subject that we will be covering today is the California Mortgage Relief Program. Just a couple of housekeeping rules. At the bottom of your screen, if you require any closed captions, you will be able to enable this feature. Just be aware that the closed captions are auto-generated. So if you feel like you missed some information and need some clarification, feel free to reach out to our office. We'll provide our contact information. This webinar is set up so that you can see us, but we cannot see you for recording purposes. The chat feature will also be disabled. So if you have any specific questions about your case, please, again, feel free to reach out to our office. And now I will introduce our Assembly member, Steve Bennett.
Hey, thank you very much, Danielle. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you taking the time to learn about this mortgage relief program that the state of California has. I really appreciate Colin Maynard, who's going to be the presenter of the important information here, how to apply, how to make sure you qualify, and the ins and outs of the program. It's a unique opportunity that we have here. So I know we have a lot of people that have responded and are on this webinar right now. Although we can't see all of you, we certainly have a large number of people there. So again, thank you for taking the time. And I think this is good information for consumers. It's good information for people that advise consumers, people that work in the real estate industry. It's real pleasure to get to present something real positive to everybody with all of the challenges that we have out there right now. Just very quickly, I'll tell you that the state legislature's trying to work on the budget and trying to work on more funding for good programs, but we have significant challenges this year with the GAN limits. So even though we were projected to have a significant surplus, that probably is going to disappear between the gas tax rebates and GAN limit restrictions that are out there. But we do have, and I'm the co-author of the bill to try to get more affordable housing, more funding for more affordable housing to be built in California. And I hope that bill is going to be successful and that we're going to be able to keep that funding in the budget. That's a quick update from my end. My office, our number one goal for my district office is constituent service. We like doing these kinds of things. We like trying to get information to you, taking advantage of Zoom for everybody's convenience. But please feel free to contact my office if you think there's anything that we can help you with from the state of California perspective, or anything else that my office might be able to help with. Daniela is the MC on this call. She'll be able to provide you with more information about how to contact us after this. With that, I will turn it over to Colin and let him take it away. Thank you all, everybody, for being here. And again, thank you, Colin.
Assembly member, thanks so much for having us. And again, thank you so much for everything you're doing to share this valuable tool with your constituents. We really appreciate the time. I'm going to share my screen here and get us started. Want to see that? Great. So my goal today is to really familiarize all of you with this important new program that's going to give thousands of California families a fresh start on their mortgage. We're going to go over a number of things, including eligibility, how to apply, resources available to homeowners, and to answer questions that have been submitted to the Assembly member's office prior to this event. And most importantly, I'll explain how you can actually go online today and complete the entire process by visiting camortgagerelief.org. So before I begin, just reviewing the program, I'd like to give us all a brief background about where the program started and where we are today. As I stated before, this is really about providing a fresh start for Californians who have had a COVID-related hardship that made it difficult to make mortgage payments. federal lawmakers came together around the end of 2021 to set aside funding from a bill that was eventually called the American Rescue Plan Act's Homeowner Assistance Fund. California actually received the largest allocation of resources, $1 billion, to provide grants to California homeowners to pay past due mortgages. So the really exciting news is that homeowners in California that qualify for the program can receive up to $80,000 per household. So those funds are distributed on a first come, first served basis, and grants never have to be paid back if you receive the resources from the program. And we know that COVID-19 impacted every community and household across the state, but we know the pandemic hit lower to middle income families and underserved communities across the state especially hard. So this program is designed to make sure everyone who needs help receives it. And so you'll see our team is implementing the California Mortgage Relief Program with that in mind. Okay, and then just a little housekeeping. Let's count how many times throughout this presentation I mentioned the email or the phone number at the bottom of the screen. It's really, really important. This is the way you can reach out and talk to our team about eligibility or about your application process. We're here to help, and really excited to see people taking advantage of the program. So who is actually eligible? Let's get into the details here. There's a set of criteria that each applicant will go through when they apply. These are all really straightforward, and I can go through them very quickly. First, we take a look at your household income, and we use what's called area median income. I'll explain that in greater detail. Second, you must own and occupy a single family home. It could be a condo or a manufactured home, and it has to be in California. And third, you must have missed 2 or more mortgage payments before the end of 2021. And you must be currently delinquent. Those are both really, really important features of the program. Fourth, you have to have faced a financial hardship due to the pandemic, and that had to have happened after January 21, 2020. And that we define that as either a loss of income or increase in household expenses. So what is area median income? So HUD developed, this is a tool to help identify eligibility for different programs. AMI, the acronym is that midpoint of a region or an area's income level, and it is updated annually. So if you fall at or below 100% of that area's median income level, you can check that box in the eligibility criteria for the California Mortgage Relief Program that you would be approved for it, at least from that one of those 4 criteria. So in California, as the graphic here describes, we set this at the county level, and also your household size plays into the equation as well. So just keep that in mind as you're applying. If you were to go to our website today, camortgagerelief.org, you would find the AMI calculator. And this is really, really easy to use. All you have to do is put in your county and the number of people in your household. And again, this is a really great tool to help you start thinking about if you might be eligible for the program. And let's just talk real briefly about how the program works. So if your household income meets the AMI requirements and you're really interested in applying for the grant here, we really encourage you to reach out to your mortgage servicer first. They can help you review options. They can check to see if they are participating in the program. And in fact, you can even verify that by going to camortgagerelief.org, as we have a list of all of the mortgage servicers that are participating in the program. And that is updated regularly. So the next step would be, when you apply, you'll go through all of the eligibility steps, and if our team will take some time to review that application and verify that there is a delinquency on your mortgage loan. And if you meet that criteria, your application will be approved. So let's say you've been approved. From there, will make a direct payment to your mortgage servicer. So, and as we'll talk about this later, this really will protect you against fraud throughout the entire process. And the most important step, the one we all are hoping for, is you, the homeowner, will be returned to good standing in your mortgage once you're caught up. So, and then once you're caught up, just remember, you'll never have to pay back that grant of the up to $80,000 available from this program. It's really exciting. All right, let's talk a little bit about reverse mortgages. So we don't just serve traditional mortgages. If you have a reverse mortgage on your home, you might be eligible. The California Mortgage Relief Program does offer assistance for these types of mortgages. If you owe taxes or behind on any type of applied insurance, but before the end of 2021, you may qualify for assistance to reinstate your reverse mortgage to current status. So that's a great feature of the program here. And then let's talk about how you can actually apply. The website is really easy to navigate. You can do it from your phone or a tablet, or you can go online on a desktop, and you just go to camortgagerelief.org, and you're going to click the orange Apply Now button in the right-hand corner. It's really, really easy. We've made the website available in multiple languages, and as you'll see, there's multiple ways, either over the email or calling our contact center, where folks can help you through this process. Once you get in to the application process, you'll be asked to fill out a questionnaire. That is essentially verifying that you're eligible for the program. And if you are eligible, then you'll be asked to open an account. So you can complete this program, this application, in about 30 minutes if you have all of the documents prepared in front of you. Some of those documents might include your mortgage statement, your bank statements, utility bills, and then a way for us to verify your income. So that could be pay stubs or tax returns. There's a few others. And you can actually, if you're using your phone, it's really, really simple. You can literally snap a photo of that and upload it. The technology behind this is great and very secure, very easy to accomplish. Okay, let's just talk about the support that's been provided to help everyone. We talked about the phone number and the email that's at the bottom of each one of these slides. We have our contact center is staffed with specialists that can answer your questions. They are available in over 200 languages. So please take advantage of that if you need help throughout the process. And then we also recommend speaking to a HUD certified housing counselor to offer additional support, right? Every case is unique. They can support you in reviewing options and pointing you to the right resources that fit your needs. Fraud. This is really, really important to consider. We take fraud and scams very, very seriously. When we designed the program, we put a number of processes in place to help eliminate fraud and to protect your data and your finances. So let's just consider some of the ways that a scammer might try to take advantage, right? So a scammer might pressure a homeowner to act immediately, emotionally. They might ask a homeowner to pay or do a wire transfer, try to convince you to transfer the deed of their home even. They can get the stories can be very, very elaborate. They can ask you to sign different paperwork. Just remember that, one, we're never going to ask you to pay a fee. So this is a completely free application process. The only way that the only documents that you will sign or upload are going to be through the camortgagerelief.org website. And we'd ask that you report fraud. There are ways to do that on our website. If you feel that there might be, please verify that. Reach out to us. And also remember that you'll never have to pay back the finances that are given to you through this grant. So just keep all of that in mind when considering fraud and scams. And then just to consider some other resources, if your application is not approved, there are going to be other resources available for you. We recommend speaking to the HUD certified housing counselor. Their phone number is listed here, 1-800-569-4287. And they can help you help you along the process of trying to find the resources that fit your needs. And we also have a help page on our website that outlines some of those resources as well. Great. And that concludes the overview. I'd love to get to, there was some wonderful questions asked. And so I am going to, just encourage you, if you're interested, please take advantage of this program. Please go to camortgagerelief.org and get started. If you need help, call or email us, info@camortgagerelief.org. We'd love to help you move through this process as quickly as possible. And I'm just going to jump into the questions here. Some great ones here. So first one up, do mobile homeowners qualify for funding? So one of the requirements is that the home needs to be a single family home, condo, or permanently affixed manufactured home. So if the home has been officially certified as permanently affixed, then they may be eligible. Second question is, can the grant be used to pay for property taxes? So property taxes are covered in two different ways. We offer funding for eligible homeowners with reverse mortgages who are behind in their property taxes. And then funding can also go towards paying property taxes if they are bundled into your mortgage payments through an escrow account. You must be behind remember, you have to be behind by those 2 payments by the end of 2021 and currently past due. And just as a reminder, we would recommend you to check our website periodically to see if we make changes or expand the program in any way. Third question, can homeowners whose tenants applied for California ERAP funding qualify for this grant? This is a great question. The funds for the program can only be used for your primary residence, and applicants can own only one property. So if the tenants are living in your primary residence and not a separate rental property, the homeowner may be eligible for our program. And then here's another one. Once an application is approved, how will the funds be dispersed, right? So once we go through the approval process, the funds can go directly to the mortgage servicer, and the homeowner will be caught up and have that fresh start that they're looking for. It's a very streamlined process once we can send those resources over to the mortgage servicer. So after the application is approved, how long does it take for the case to be assigned to a caseworker? So your case would be assigned to a reviewer the moment you submit online. The reviewer goes through the application and works with the applicant to make sure all the documents and information are there that they need to be able to verify your application. And remember, every case is different, so you'll be able to message the reviewer. They might ask you questions. They might ask for additional documentation. So it's going to be important to regularly check the portal to see if your reviewer needs any additional information. Another caseworker question: how accessible are caseworkers? So applicants can, again, message their reviewers directly through their portal. You log in at camortgagerelief.org. You can also email info@camortgagerelief.org or call the 188 number here on the website. If you are struggling to make your mortgage payment but are not behind yet, can you apply? So one of the requirements for this program is that homeowners must have missed at least 2 payments prior to the end of last year and are currently behind on their mortgage. So we encourage anyone who needs other assistance with their home finances to contact that HUD certified housing counselor to see if there are other options. We know every case is unique, so that would be a great next step. Their number is 188. The number actually for The mortgage relief program is 1-888-840-2594. How long is the program? So this is one of the great features of the California Mortgage Relief Program. The $1 billion that were in federal funds that were set aside, those will be remaining active until all of those resources are distributed to California homeowners. It's really exciting. So, but we encourage you to take advantage of it as soon as possible, because obviously COVID-19 impacted all of us. So please jump on this as soon as possible if you think that you qualify. Is the program just for homeowners that are behind, or is there mortgage assistance like rental assistance available to renters where 3 months of rent are paid? So one of the requirements for the program is that homeowners must have missed those 2 payments. So and are current past due, and so that this would not apply to rental assistance. That is the end of all of my questions, and I'll turn it back over to Danielle.
Thank you, Colin, for sharing that information. With the end of this Q&A portion, this concludes our webinar. I went ahead and put our office contact information in the chat. If anybody needs any clarification or has any additional questions, please make sure to submit those to the email. Additionally, I provided our office numbers. If you are inclined to call and ask questions, please go ahead and do so. Again, thank you, Colin, and everyone over at the California Mortgage Relief Program for this amazing informational webinar.
Thanks for taking the time and sharing with your constituents.